They'll lynch you, but he did, and he laughs at
Hi everybody, Russ on the West End Network. Hope you are all safe and well, my friends. Absolutely sweating. This isn't sweat. I've just had the the refrigerator man turn up, and I had to help him lift the refrigerator. I'm still sweaty, so I do apologise. If you're new, Andy, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a bloody good subscribe. Oh no, that's the wrong one. That's what I want. It's all gone to pot. Happy Monday. Hope everyone had a nice weekend. If not, God, sticky, innit? It's not too sticky. It's just hot at the moment, but it's going to get sticky as well, which is the worst type of thing. When it's just hot, like a dry heat, I ain't got a problem. Yeah, I run hot, but I haven't got a problem. But it's that stickiness. I just don't like it. I don't like it. Anyway, let's roll. I don't know what I was going to say. A little bit of a housekeeping. Obviously, yes, on Saturday we had Harry did another great show about the battle for number 9, looking at 3 other contenders, which was very good, all stats and stuff like that. It's the second of the series. Keep an eye out for that. And we had the latest in our current series of Hammers in Hot Water, looking at the madness of Margas. And people are really digging that, so we're going to try and keep that going as well. But today we're going to do a little bit of a transfer rumour roundup, as we always do on a Monday. So as Anton would say, roll those titles. So, as always, what we try and do on a Monday is have a look at all the rumours that have been going around in the West Ham sphere. That's the right word, I think. And bring you the highlights. Obviously, we're not saying these are going to happen. We're not ITK or anything like that at all. But these are what have been reported. So rather than you guys having to do it yourself, we do it for you. And then we get a load of shit for it. But anyway, that's what we do. Let's see, we've got the chat first quickly. We've got Mustard Man. Good morning to you. Good afternoon. Duke's in the house. Good evening, Duke. Good afternoon. Hope you're well. Luke's in the house. It's too bloody hot for Luke. Apparently, it's the hottest day. It's 30 to 40 in the States where Mustard Man is. It's the coolest day. Oh. I like it hot, but not this hot. Ludders in the chat. Hope you all Ludders. Afternoon all. Let the speculation continue. ITK's missed Dolly Downs in Moyes we trust. Indeed, Mark. And I'm very much a advocate of that. We'll discuss. Hope you're well. Nice to see you. We want facts, not transfers. Anyway, loving the heat, says Mark. I did live in the Philippines for 11 years. Good on you. Adam's in the chat. David's in the chat. V2, howdy from Sydney. Hope you're well. Brereton Diaz, the striker, wants the club top player and played the England under-19s winning team in 2017 with Trots. There we go. Robert's in the chat. Stevens in the chat. Good to see the lads. Yeah, indeed. Hate the humidity. It's going to get humid. Ludders, next couple of days is going to get humid. Any name on? Not today, unfortunately. James Bong, David Reed. Let's just go through everyone else. Gazza's in the chat. Sunnyverse morning. There's some new names. If you're new around here, give it a subscribe. Have a look down there. And if the button is red, you're not subscribed. So hit it, goes grey. Terribly exciting. Must talk to each other. Nice and hot in Spain, says Ralph. Oz is here. Hope you're well. Can I have a shout out for Neblin Game? There we go. You just have Neblin Gamer. Barry's in the chat. Everyone's in the chat. Right, let's crack on. We've got a few to get through. We'll be doing some Broja in a minute. Looking forward to a day off. Clacton, just seen a video of Declan greeting Flynn. Both looking forward to the new season. Indeed. You see the Mad Vad picture this morning? Indeed. What was he wearing? And Dan's here as well. Let's crack on. So we're going to start with, as I said, we've got a lot to get through. Let me just change that background as well. It's my own fault because I was trying to be like Anton. There we go. Okay, so we're going to talk about this gentleman whose name is Santiago Ascacibar. Ascacibar? I don't know how to pronounce it. We'll call him Santiago. Apparently X has said, ex-West Ham, ex-WHU employee has shared that it'll be no surprise if the agents of the Hertha Berlin midfielder have been in contact with West Ham. Apparently he's a long-term target at the London Stadium midfielder, and with David Moyes still in the market for another central midfielder after the arrival of Flynn Downs last week. Reported that Santiago could be available for around 10 million quid with a move that could be well on the cards, although maybe a more attacking option might be the next acquisition for West Ham. 10 million is a bit of a steal to me. Apparently we've been chasing this guy for a good couple of years, and if we maybe put a bid in for him at the beginning of these couple of years, it'd be a lot more than 10 million quid. But we'll see. Apparently his time in Germany is seemingly coming to an end, and it could be the London Stadium, could be his next destination. Let's have a look at the Rusty Rumour rating. The original Rumour rating gives it a 6 out of 10. A 6 out of 10. Let's see what we're seeing in the chat. What's going down in the chat? Let's have a quick look. I want them all. No, there's no. I mean, today is a Lingard free zone. There we go. So guaranteed he'll sign today. There we go. Tony Cott, happy birthday, TC. Messaged him this morning. Happy birthday. We should hopefully get him on soon. Sky just confirmed our bid for the Lille forward turns down. What Lille forward? Let me know. Afternoon, Dave. I'm talking to each other. Lovely. He's still flashing his pants. Anyone who thinks he can get 180 grand a week, hopefully we pull off our offer ASAP. There we go. I mean, we'll see. Well, we're going to talk about Lewis-Potter because at the moment we'll talk about Lewis-Potter in a bit. Because I think that's an interesting development in the Lewis-Potter world at the moment. But we won't talk about it just yet. We'll talk about it in a tick. Mrs. Button's just calling. I'm just going to tell her I'm in a meeting. Let me message custom. Just in a meeting. Sorry. Right, so we're going to talk about it in a minute because I don't think that's all cut and dry with the whole Lewis-Potter. In all honesty, but yeah, we'll see. I thought after I thought it was Anana, but well, I don't know, it could be after him as well. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Right, let's move on to the next one. The next person is where's my little video? There he is. Next person is Brereton Diaz, as we've said. Someone's spoken about him before. And hello, I'm on a call at the moment. So yeah, we've spoken about before, and we'll put together. Now, in terms of what's happening with him, he's a backup option. Apparently, to he's gonna be the backup option to Broja. That's according to Claret and Hugh. According to the club insiders, who claim that the 23-year-old is on the radar for Hammers boss David Moyes, but he'll only make a move for him if we actually put a bid in. Have a move for Broja, not accepted. So clearly Broja's the main man they want, and then Ben's going to be sort of the runner-up, so to speak. That's what's been said. I mean, an extra thing on that is the fact that they're the agents group for Ben is Wasserman. Is it Wasserman? And that is the daughter. Mark Warburton's daughter is his works for Wasserman. There we go. And also on Wasserman is Ishmael Sarr as well, who have also been interested in. So I don't know. I know a lot of people in the chat want him. I'm not too sure. I'll be honest. I'm going to put him down for 5 out of 10. I'll be honest, 5 out of 10. Let's see what people say. Dion has one more year on his Blackburn contract, I believe. I believe so. 30 million is what I keep seeing for Broja, indeed. 16 plus 4 seems like a good deal. But yeah, we'll talk about that because I think that's what's happened. So yeah. Sorry. Anyway, Karen. Yes, no, I think so. So I think with, I don't think that's cut and dry. I think actually for £20 million, I think it's been was rejected by Hull for their first one initially. So we'll see. But anyway, we'll come back in that. In terms of what do we think about BDD? We don't need him. He won't work. I agree. Reports this morning that Broja has now been told he is going. Oh, well, there we go. It's all change. We'll see what happens. 12 million for Diop is low. We should be getting more. Maybe. I think. I don't really know, to be honest. I mean, with Diop, we've already got 4 centre backs now. He's 5th choice, and we've been linked with a lot of centre backs. We'll talk about them in a tick. Let's go on to our next rumour, which is about Broja. And so, I mean, he's held it. Well, they said, apparently he is going to the US. He's going to hold further talks this week about his future. With the 20-year-old striker, according to the Daily Mail. The Athletic revealed on the 8th of July that the Hammers are ready to spend big money on the striker, and that Broja had a meeting with the hierarchy on the 6th over his future. It appears he's made no decision has been made. As you said, there could be a chance that he could go to the US. He hasn't, according to Jacob Steinberg, the Guardian's Jacob Steinberg, he has not travelled with Chelsea on their pre-season tour to America. They're going to buy Sterling as well. So I don't know. I honestly don't know. This is going to be one that's going to run and run and run and run and run. I think for me, I don't know. I'd love him. I think I'd love him to come. I think he's obviously Moyes' main person in terms of who he wants to bring in. In terms of the Rusty Rumour rating, I'm giving him a 7 out of 10. I could see him definitely coming, but I don't think it's going to be immediate. Do you know what I mean? It's going on too long now. Yeah, but I mean, you look at the likes of Aguerd. How long did that go on for? Over a year, really, realistically. So I don't know. TalkSport, take that as you will. Say that he's left Turkey, he's flying to London for medical. Maybe Sully will be at the airport for him. Really interesting. We'll talk because actually for 20 minutes, the rumor was that Brentford actually with they put the 20 million in, and should we talk about him? We'll talk about it in a minute. In terms of what we were led to believe, but it changes within 5 minutes. It is rumors are Chelsea are not sure what to do with him. Well, I don't think you need him. I don't think Chelsea need him, in all honesty, and I don't think Tuchel will basically command. He's got a lot to do this month. He's got a lot to do to get Chelsea to be where they are, particularly with likes of Haaland going to Man City and Liverpool strengthening with Nunez. I think Chelsea need to spend big to keep up with the big boys. Peak adds, no way, Russ. Too much money and baggage. Broja hasn't got much baggage, does it? Might do. Thought we got Zuma instead of Aguerd. Yeah, but that's the thing. We were after Aguerd last year, and he went with Zuma. And then this year he's got his second one, so he's got the people he wants. Let's move on to talk about the next one. The next one, we're rooming through these because I've got to do a call in a minute, is about Zagadou. Push pineapple, grind coffee, to the left, to the right, jump up and down and to the knees. Come on, dance every night to the moon on melodies. Bit of Black Lace for a Monday afternoon. Why not? Apparently, West Ham are looking to take the towering centre-back Dan-Axel Zagadou on a free transfer this summer from Borussia Dortmund. Quality defender, 23, only made 15 Bundesliga appearances last year. He's 6'6", he's a big lad, he's rapid. But do we need another centre-back? Do we generally need another centre-back? I don't think we do, in all honesty. I'd love him to be there, but he's 23, and I think he'd probably go to a club where he's going to get guaranteed first-team football, and he's not going to get that at West Ham. It's Zuma and Aguerd are going to be the two that are going to get first-team football. This is... I'd like it to happen. I would love to. I would have loved it to happen. I just can't see it happening because I think we just got too many centre backs. So 5 out of 10 for Russie B. 5 out of 10. Just don't think he's. It's a position we've got too many players. If in essence, we got to a point where we're happy to maybe sell Diop. and we've still got the likes of Elise and Baptiste in the wings as well. Zagadou, that would do. Zagadou, oh yes, please. We'll talk about Kluivert in a minute, Brandon. I know as a Dutchman, you want to know about that. We'll talk about that, the latest rumours with that. No more central defenders. 4 centre-halves is all we need. Yeah, we thought that last year. And what happened with that, innit? The only way I understand that centre-back is because of last year. Why not wait until either then or January? Totally right. We need a left-back, not a centre-back, indeed. And that's why I think the next one is a bit more realistic. He is a centre-back, and we've spoken about him before. Again, another Hertha Berlin player in the shape of Jordan. I'm not going to pronounce his surname because it's too many letters. Okay, Torunarigha. That sounds about right. Now, apparently West Ham have made an official offer for the defender, according to a report from the Berliner, who claimed that the 24-year-old centre-back can leave Hertha Berlin for just £4 million this summer. According to the report, the Hammers have made a move to sign Jordan. The 24-year-old is a 3-cap German international, possesses a lot of good attributes, to succeed in the Premier League, that's for sure. 6'3", very strong in the air. Very quick on the ground, left-footed, and can play left-back. That's why I have slightly more. Slightly more acceptance of this one. £4 million a pump move, isn't it? It's pump money, isn't it? And I think for £4 million for a player who can dominate who can have 2 positions is always useful. And I could see this one happening. The old Rusty Rumour rating gives this one a 6 out of 10 because it's £4 million, not a lot of money at all. And I think he could come in, and if he could command the left back not as a first choice left back, but say Aaron Cresswell get injured, you've got Ben Johnson there, you've got cover at left back. Jordan could play cover at left back. Also gives you an option to play 5 at the back as well, as Oz and a few other people are saying. Does this give Moyes more options to change to a right back? Yep, possibly. Fans quickly are not getting deals over the line quicker. He has a lot of talent, and we need a good centre forward. Don't it worry you that didn't get a game against the Napkins? Not really. Would work well on a back 3. Would indeed. What else we got here? I think for me, when you look at someone like Jordan, I could definitely see that working. I could definitely see it working because I could see him coming in, and as I said, being this sort of jack of all trades. And for £4 million, it's not a lot of money, is it really? And then if you say flips Diop and you brought him in, for example, then again I could see that being a good deal. I see get him in now. Indeed, still, I totally agree. I think we need a natural left back. That's for sure. There's no denying that fact. But I think we could possibly just have something a little bit more in the tank, a little bit more. I hate Johnson at left back. He can't whip in across. I think he plays quite good at left back. But anyway, I agree. Go get a left back. Mayo, yeah, but he's a right back. That's the thing. He can play left back, but he's a right back. Wouldn't be adverse to get a right back if he was an upgrade on Soufal and Johnson. Anything on Owen? Well, I think Owen's going to Ajax, isn't it? I think it's happening now. Heard the boy flying back to sign for Brentford. Another supposed Moyes. If he was a supposed Moyes target, that's the thing. We don't know. I think he is. By all accounts, it was him. It was Broja. It was Lewis-Potter, which we're talking about a tick, and it was Lingard were the 3 he wanted. But it has gone a bit quiet, hasn't it, in terms of the whole left back situation, hasn't it? It's all got a bit quiet where we had, like the likes, someone said Ram's gone a bit quiet as well, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? There's certain players where I think it's just got a little bit things just got a little bit quiet, and I don't really understand why they've gone so quiet. But that could be a good sign, innit? I don't see the sense of keeping out Athamasiwaku. We could get Brendan Williams from Man United. We could indeed. Good afternoon, Damien. Hope you're well. Oggy is all good Italian defender, gets better with age. I hope he comes back. Yeah, I mean, apparently, by all accounts, he's looking really sharp in training. Really sharp in training. So, yeah, it's a difficult one, isn't it? GP, good afternoon to you. Hope you are well, my friend. Fabrizio just tweeted that KPR is done, 6-year deal. How about Lingard? There's no new news on Lingard. Now, my internet is playing up a little bit. I do apologise. Let me see. I'm gonna put in the rest of here. So I pre-recorded this. So what I'm going to try and do is drop, because my internet keeps on dropping out a little bit. Let's just right. I'm just going to play the video, and hopefully my webcam will work a bit better in a minute. I do apologise about this. I do apologise. I think we can do a lot worse. And actually, he covers 2 positions, possibly 3, really, if you're going to go to 3 at the back as well, potentially. And he can play left back. So, I don't know. The old Rusty Rumour rating, rather, has given it a 6 out of 10. Giving it a 6 out of 10. There's a lot of defenders we've been linked with this week for some reason. And doesn't really make sense. We spent big on a defender already. So you think we wouldn't be linked, but names are coming out the hat again, including this guy. Apparently us and Arsenal allegedly want to sign talented Wolfsburg defender Maxence Lacroix this summer. That's according to a report from the French media outlet Media Foot, who claim that the Hammers are set to battle Arsenal for the 22-year-old centre-back signature in the summer transfer window. I can't see this happening, to be honest. Media Foot reckon the Hammers and the Gooners are battling it out to sign him. If Moyes manages to win the race, it would be an absolutely brilliant bit of business. To be honest, he's a fantastic player and great potential. 6'3", imposing, strong in the air. You can see why a lot of teams are. I'm surprised there's not more teams looking at him. Very quick along the ground as well. Good reader of the game. Because by the fact of being 23, he plays a lot more beyond his years, if that makes sense. Very talented, could easily succeed in the Premier League. Now, the things that a few of these things, like a lot of French centre backs, and I don't know whether there's anything in that, but I can't see us spending 35 million on it. I mean, that's what you're going to be for Lacroix. It'd be about 35 million. We've spent that on Aguerd, who was Moyes' number 1 target. I can't see us happening. As much as I would like someone, I'd like us with 4 centre backs who are 20, maybe not necessarily the likes of, obviously it would be an upgrade on Craig Dawson. Sorry, Craig, I love you, but Lacroix is a far superior player. It's not going to happen. He's not going to dislodge. I mean, Moyes' 2 centre backs he really wanted were Aguerd and Zuma, and he's got both of them now. So I can't really see this summer transfer window, us spending big on another centre-back. Next year, possibly, with Oggy, maybe. Obviously, he'll be finishing he's signed his 1 year extension. So, although, again, that hasn't been announced, in the same way Fabianski's wasn't announced. So next season, at the end of next season, he'll probably move on. Craig may well move on or take a lesser role. Diop's still around. He hasn't been sold to Fulham just yet. So I can't see them spending big on another centre-back who wouldn't necessarily going as the first teamer. Unless Moyes will go to a 3 at the back. But we haven't seen that. We didn't see that when we played Silhouette. He played a 4-4-2, and I can't see that happening. The old Rusty Rumour rating has given this a 2 out of 10. As much as I would love it to happen, I just can't see it happening. Let's move on. Let's move into attacking positions, shall we? Let's talk about Kluivert. Not Patrick Kluivert. He's younger. He's his son. Of course he's going to be younger. Justin Kluivert. West Ham are looking to sign the Roma winger after being turned down by Danjuma. Although, did we turn him down or did we really go in for him? I don't know. According to the Italian newspaper Gazzetta, he could well leave the Roma club. He's in great shape, coming back from pre-season, and the club of interest from France and the Premier League side West Ham, apparently, according to the newspaper. Obviously, we know that Kluivert is the son of Patrick Kluivert, that Dutch legend striker. He's 23. But already boasts a lot of experience playing in the Netherlands, Italy, Germany, and France. So Moyes would like that. Started his career at Ajax. Scored 13 goals and 10 assists in 56 appearances. That is not bad for a winger. The form in his homeland got him a move to Rome in 2018. Had a good start there, scoring in both the Champions League and in Serie A. He spent the last 2 seasons on loan. He had a spell with RB Leipzig, where he scored 4 goals in 27 appearances, including 1 goal against Man United in the Champions League, which was good. Last season, he was at Nice in Ligue 1, scoring 4 goals, 5 appearances in 27, 4 goals and 5 assists in 27 appearances. He's a full international, has 2 caps to his name back in 2018. And this could be one of those, and I said it before, one of those World Cup moves. He's on the peripherals, and if he moves to the Premier League, Louis van Gaal is the Dutch manager as well, so he's well aware of the Premier League, having managed it in the Premier League. He could well force himself back into the side if he performs, if he moves to a big club like a Premier League club like West Ham, hits the ground running. He could be on that plane for Qatar. We're obviously looking for a winger. We've got rid of people like Yarmolenko at the end of the last season, and we also ideally need a striker as well. I know he's predominantly a left winger. He can also play on the right and an attacking midfield role. Very good with both feet. So again, you can see why there's been links. He's 23. He's played lots of different positions. He's adaptable. He's experienced in European football as well, which I think's key for us this year. And also he's an international. He's a Dutch international, so he's turned out for the full national side. So again, it's going to come down to money, innit? If he's on obviously Jose Mourinho is the Roma manager, so if he does look, he may well turn to, if he is available on transfer, he may well turn to Jose for his opinions. And I think a Premier League move could suit him. The old Russie rumour rating, so from one Dutchman, Dan Juma, to another Dutchman in terms of Patrick Kluivert, Justin Kluivert. Russie rumour rating gives him a 7 out of 10. So I could see it happening, because again, there's a lot of things, a lot of tick boxes. And if it means, maybe moving out a attacking midfielder or a winger to compensate, I could see that happening and being an upgrade potentially. Let's talk about Lewis-Potter. Because there was a lot of people going, he's gone to Brentford. They signed Aaron Hickey, 14 million quid, absolute bargain. Good luck to him. Gutted we didn't put him for him. But then again, with the whole thing with Flynn Downs, as I said to Kent the other day, Kent Hammers, he was set to go to Palace, and then West said, no, we want to buy him, and they went in for him. So if that was the same with Hickey, we would have known probably, it would have come out through the ITK network that we'd have put a last minute bid in for Aaron Hickey, and arguably he probably maybe come to West Ham over Brentford. We would imagine we'd have a slightly more attractive proposition. Obviously the Scottish connection as well with David Moyes potentially, but it didn't happen. So that's my eye is they've got different targets for that left back position potentially. Otherwise, we would have, if he was one of our main targets, we would have got. He may be on the B list. I don't know. So I think there's more targets that we've got to identify for that position. And same with Lewis-Potter. We missed out of him, but we've been having a big boost in the race to sign him. The Express claim that Brentford have been unsuccessful. Their £20 million bid for the exciting 21-year-old attacker. Obviously, we know he's a really exciting talent, and missing out on his signature to Brentford would have been a blow to a lot of fans. But again, we don't know how. I mean, we know that he was one of the sort of three. I think it was it Lingard, Broja, and Lewis-Potter were the three that Moyes really wants in those to bring in as attacking options. And so Brentford did seem to be in prime sort of position to sign him, having sort of, gone in with a bid, 20 million, as we said, but that was not back apparently, according to the Express. So much so that Brentford are actually switching their attention to the Wolfsburg's winger, Omar Mamamazous. That's according to the Daily Express as well. So, maybe what they've been quoted is far too much that they're prepared to play. I don't know. So we've been, gifted another chance to bring him to London Stadium. So we'll see what happens. I mean, he's that good. I mean, 20 million, maybe it'd be 30 million. Maybe. It seems, obviously, for a 21-year-old, it's a lot of money, £30 million, particularly for the Championship players. But then you look at, we spent 25 million on Ben Rama, who was technically a Championship player. Ollie Watkins went for a lot of money to Villa. And so, there's, we played 17, 18 million, something like that for Bowen. And that was 2 years ago. And the prominence of Bowen may have invariably upped the price tag on old Championship players coming through, because, it's like, well, actually, Bowen, 70 minutes, absolute steal. Nowadays, if that was the same way, Lewis-Potter being an example, it could mean this is actually how much you should be charging in terms of overall. In terms of the Rusty Rumour rating, I've gone back with a 6 out of 10 because I'd love to get him, and he would give some real balance, and he's homegrown as well. We know Moyes does tend to favour homegrown players as well, so we'll see what happens. And he's on the peripherals. He's just broken into the England 21 squad, so let's see what happens. And last but no means least, a forward. Apparently, the agent of Alberth Elis has insisted the striker will definitely leave Bordeaux this summer amid strong links with West Ham. He's apparently obviously set to leave, according to his agent Daniel Solis. We've been linked with him for around 10 million quid, 12 million euros, the 26-year-old striker, for at least over a year, if not 2 years. Apparently it's between us. Apparently Leeds are looking at him as well. Obviously, they're going to be selling Rafinha soon. They've only got Rashford really as their recognised striker, so he may come in. So it could be and I'm sure there'll be other teams coming up for him. 10 million quid is a bit of a bargain for him, to be honest. As I said, £10 million, I think, is an absolute steal. He's a Honduran international. He's not an out-and-out striker. And I think a lot of people saying, "Oh, he's not an out-and-out striker." He is a winger by trade, although he can operate through the middle as a centre forward. So again, that type of adaptability which Moisey loves, doesn't he? He loves it. When he was the 2021 season, when he was at Boa Vista, he scored 8 goals and 7 assists in 31 games. This season, 9 goals, 1 assist in 20 games for Bordeaux during a loan spell with the French side. He's very, very quick. Very, very quick. And has that sort of, some players, their first instinct is to go forward. That's him. His first instinct is to be direct, and I think West Ham fans would really like that. So he doesn't look back; he turns and goes. Not comparing him, but how Masuaku always looks to run forward, and do a trip. Not saying he's a Masuaku, but that sort of, maybe it's not the best way to describe him. But he's a good player. He's fast. And I think the 26-year-old's pace, that he could adapt quite nicely into the West Ham setup, whether it is on the left wing or whether it is more of as a forward, sort of central forward. That would be an incredibly quick front three. If Ellis with Antonio and Bowen as a front, that'd be good. And according to the Keep, West Ham are heavily linked to him, and we've been heavily linked to him for a long time. The old Rusty Rumour rating has given it a 6 out of 10. A 6 out of 10. So let's have a look at where we are now with our list. So this is our list. Let me take the thing out. So I've had to start a new line. We've got over 120 players we've been linked with now, including the new names such as Ascacibar, and Ellis, and various others have been put in there as well. As I said, we've signed Aged, Areola, Downs, and Kelly. I'm sure there's a few people in there that actually have already moved on, but I haven't put their the latest contract status or anything in there. So there's a lot of names. Obviously, tomorrow we carry on our pre-season with our double header away to Ipswich and away to Boreham Wood. So the squad will be split, I'd imagine. Very similar to what they did. Was it last year they split the squad and played 2 games? I don't understand why they do that. But that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. And as I said, if you want to look about some more information about Harry's video he did, although my computer's not stopped working there. Oh, there we go. Harry's video we did on Saturday about the battle for number 9. Mbolo, I like the look of, but he just keeps getting injured for my liking. And obviously, we had the madness of Margas on Sunday. We'll be back later on today with the Hammers headlines, so make sure you don't miss that at 5 o'clock. As I said, if you're new around here, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a subscribe. Become a channel member. Why not? We'll be starting our weekly draws. It'll probably on Friday. So we do weekly draws every week, as the name suggests, for our subscribers, for our members rather, and then we do monthly memorabilia draws every month. And so if you go back on the community tab, Smudger and someone else, can't remember his name, have won the last 2 and they haven't claimed the prize yet. So please, if you're around and you're Smudger and the other lad, I can't remember your name, but we did it 2 weeks ago with Holly, please get in touch. We want to send this out to you. I'll send this stuff out to you. And as I said, if you're not subscribed, I think there's around 60, about half of the audience isn't subscribed in terms of our viewers. So as I said, have a look down there. Have a look down the bottom there where the subscribe button is there. If it's red, you're not subscribed. Click it. It goes grey. You're all subscribed. And then you hit the bell notification. Anytime we put new stuff on, gives you a ding. Gives you a little ding. We've got some great ex-players lined up over the next few weeks, interviews and stuff like that, and celebrity interviews and all that type of stuff. So please don't miss it. And people have been calling for a quiz, so maybe we'll do a quiz this week sometime. So keep an eye out for that. And as I said, take care, everyone. Stay safe. Wash those hands. Come on, you irons. Stay lucky, stay cheeky, stay positive, stay hydrated, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Take care, my friends. Ciao for now.
It's like a family tree, part of you and part of me. And if we should separate,